Psalm 108. So, a short story before we touch on the psalm. When I was a kid, I used to be very curious. I used to love matches, and I grew up in a hot, dry country called Sudan. So, not a great combination. Anyway, there was one time my family and some friends were staying in like a small holiday house by the Nile. And next to this house was this long row of bushes that went from the house to the main road. Anyway, this bushes had those special little fluffy seeds that as a kid you used to love to gather all together and you could light and whoosh, they would go up in flame and then disappear and that was it. Anyway, unbeknown to my parents, I had some matches and was with my friends and we're playing with these matches and there was a small group of these seeds at the foot of the bush. And I remember lighting a match and throwing it in thinking it would just whoosh and disappear, but it didn't. It went whoosh and the whole bush went on fire. And I remember shouting out, "Don't tell the adults!" And then looking at this flame and saying, "Okay, you can get my dad." But all the adults came, everybody was there trying to put this fire out, but it was worthless. It wasn't doing anything. This was a huge fire heading straight towards the house. And then all of a sudden, everybody's trying to put this fire out. All of a sudden, the wind changes 180 degrees and it blows back on itself, and everybody's able to put this fire out. And my dad tells me at the end that he's like, I was praying under my breath that God would help us in this situation. Anyway, Psalm 108, David is gearing up, ready to fight another battle, and he has had so many victories before. And David he says this, human help is worthless, but with God we will gain the victory. So just like that fire, like human help was worthless, but with God we gain the victory. And David says that. He says that a lot. Human help is worthless, but with God we will gain the victory.